She had everything a woman could dream of: a wealthy husband, a respected name, a life of luxury. But one forbidden love would take it all away and lead to one of the most tragic endings in literary history. Welcome back to Timeless Love Tales, where classic romance lives forever. Today, we dive into Leo Tolstoy's heartbreaking masterpiece, Anna Karenina. The story begins in the glittering world of Imperial Russia, a land of extravagant ballrooms, strict social rules, and suffocating expectations. And at its center is Anna Karenina. On the surface, she has a perfect life. She's beautiful, admired by all, and married to Alexei Karenin, a high-ranking government official. Together, they have a son she absolutely adores. But behind this elegant facade, there's a quiet emptiness, a deep longing for something more, for genuine connection, for passion, for a love that feels real. She is surrounded by people who admire her, yet no one truly understands her. Her life changes forever when she travels to Moscow to help her brother save his marriage. Fate, it seems, has its own agenda. At a magnificent ball, she meets Count Alexei Vronsky, a dashing young officer whose charm could melt the coldest heart. The moment their eyes meet across the crowded room, time seems to stand still. For Anna, it's like a jolt of electricity, an awakening she hasn't felt in years. For Vronsky, it's instant obsession. What starts as a simple, undeniable spark quickly ignites into a fire that neither of them can control. Vronsky pursues Anna with a relentless passion. He follows her from Moscow back to St. Petersburg, confesses his love openly, and refuses to hide his feelings. Anna tries to resist. She knows the stakes. In her world, a married woman having an affair was the ultimate sin. Her reputation would be destroyed, her son could be taken from her, and her entire life would shatter. But a love this powerful, once awakened, doesn't simply go away, and so Anna falls. Their affair becomes the biggest scandal in St. Petersburg society. Every whisper, every sidelong glance, every rumor swirls around her like a predator. Vronsky becomes her entire world, but in choosing him, the world she once knew crumbles around her. She has crossed a line from which there is no return. The price of their love is devastatingly high. Her husband, Karenin, is publicly humiliated but refuses to grant her a divorce, not because he loves her, but to protect his own pride and reputation. Anna finds herself trapped. She's forbidden from seeing her son, the light of her life. Her friends turn their backs on her. The grand ballrooms she once graced fall silent the moment she enters. Doors are closed in her face, and her letters go unanswered. She becomes an outcast. Vronsky does his best to shield her from the fallout, but even he feels the immense pressure of their social exile. The love that once felt like liberating freedom now starts to feel like a beautiful but suffocating cage. As a brilliant contrast to this dark and intense passion, Tolstoy gives us another love story, that of Levin and Kitty. Theirs is a quieter romance built on honesty, patience, and shared values. It's imperfect, but it's real, and it grows with sincerity. While Anna and Vronsky's love burns like a wildfire, Levin and Kitty's love is like a steady, warming flame. Through these two parallel stories, Tolstoy explores two very different paths to destinies and two powerful lessons about the nature of love. As society continues to reject her, Anna's world shrinks until Vronsky is all she has left. Her love becomes tinged with fear. She grows desperate for his reassurance, becoming intensely jealous and anxious, terrified of losing him too. She feels abandoned by the entire world, and in her darkest moments, she begins to feel that Vronsky is abandoning her as well. Their passionate romance dissolves into bitter arguments. The affection that once defined them turns to frustration and resentment. The love that they sacrificed everything for begins to crumble under the unbearable pressure. Anna is trapped with no way to go back to her old life and no clear path forward. This leads to one of the most haunting final scenes in all of literature. Standing on a cold, desolate train platform, Anna is completely overwhelmed, heartbroken, and utterly alone. She looks at the oncoming train, the thundering symbol of the modern world that has no place for her. And in that moment of pure despair, she makes a final, tragic choice. The great love that once lifted her to euphoric heights becomes the very force that pulls her into the darkest abyss. In the end, Anna Karenina teaches us that love can be two things: a powerful force that sets your soul free, or an all-consuming fire that burns down everything in its path. Tolstoy doesn't give us a simple fairy tale romance. He gives us a complex and sometimes brutal truth. Love can save us, but it can also destroy us, especially when the world refuses to let it breathe. This has been Timeless Love Tales, where we bring classic romance to life. If you want more stories like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let your heart wander with us.